Third and finally, we're going to take a look here at the Berserker, a very different class, especially when you compared him to the Spellsword. Spellsword is much more about high movement speed, high offense, low defense. The Berserker is pretty much the complete opposite. He moves a little bit slower on the field, his attack power is lower, but he has very strong defense. He can eat Ogre's Fists, he can ride Scorpion Siege Tanks, shockwaves with his giant surfboard of a sword. He's got basic skills, of course, up at the top. He has Madness and Darkness as his specialties. For his special resource, he uses a form of Rage, and this will actually grow as you perform certain attacks. Depending on the type of attack you do, it may grow more, and then at a certain point, it will actually automatically start going up. Yes, going up, not down, the way it usually does in a lot of these warrior type of classes with a rage resource. Left clicking will do his basic attacks. Right click, he's got a type of like strong fisting attack, which he can beat the crap out of people with. Here is his stun specialty, which creates a black tornado damage over time field for all enemies around it. Let's see if we can knock somebody down. There we go, and his downed skill. Pretty awesome. He definitely has his own power, but on the battlefield with the bigger fights, he's going to struggle a little bit unless you're really focusing to use his skills, keep his powerful skills on cooldown, and use his rage. By using the rage that he builds up, he gains a death barrier, which increases his resistances by 1,000. His speed goes up, and generally, his powers in general just go up by large amounts. You can actually see now that it's growing. It's counting up now, just as I said before. Alright, let's take a look at his action skills. Really awesome chain skill there. Number 2. Chain with a left click, he basically pounds the crap out of enemies with his fist. If I chain by right clicking though, I get something very different. He scorches the ground, much like the black tornado we saw before, creates a damage over time field. And then we have number 3, which actually consumes rage. So for his resource, he's able to power himself up and unleash devastating attacks, or he can also use certain skills that will use that rage as a resource. You can see that number 3 skill is completely blacked out. I don't have enough rage to actually use it. So I'll have to perform some attacks, generate some rage, and then I can use the skill. This pulls all enemies closer to the Berserker and then unleashes a very powerful attack. And that's about it, really, where there is so much to show in terms of combinations of attacks and things like that for the Spellsword. That's pretty much all I've got so far with the Berserker. So you can see that I hate to call him an easier class, because he's really not. He's easier in the sense that you don't have to concentrate and think about so many different combinations of attacks. But what you will have to do, as I mentioned, is you will have to focus on really keeping his attacks, his special attacks on cooldown, use that rage as much as possible. Without doing that, he's going to struggle to bring down enemies the way that the Spellsword would on the battlefield. And as I mentioned, your troops are you and you are your troops. The longer it takes you to down the enemy troops, that means the more damage that you're taking and the more damage that your troops are taking. And of course, the longer the fight's taking, and the whole thing results in potentially a lower score should you successfully complete the battle. Thanks for watching part 3 of my quick class previews in Kingdom Under Fire 2. If you would like to see more of the Berserker in action, definitely check out my S rank video of the mission for New Hampton. And if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 as well, you definitely want to check those out for footage on the Gunslinger and the Spellsword class. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Click the like button to support Kingdom Under Fire 2 videos, and stay subscribed. More is coming up very soon. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.